Class 2 players have greater trunk stability when starting, pushing, and stopping than Class 1 players. You will notice that the player's upper back is not always against the support of the chair, as Carolyn McLean of Great Britain demonstrates here. Carolyn leans forward when she starts out. Her upper trunk is off the back support of the chair. She has good acceleration and stops more solidly than a Class 1 player. She is able to lean into her pivot and does not need to use one upper extremity to maintain her balance. There is some loss of stability, noted primarily at waist level. Class 2 players usually dribble the ball at the level of the front casters, near the wheelchair. They are able to dribble in front of the wheelchair when supported by high position of the knees, as Stephanie Wheeler of USA does here. Her body remains more upright compared to a Class 1 player, and her back is not always against the chair's back support. In a stationary position, the Class 2 player has much better balance when changing hands and remains more upright. Watch as Stephanie's trunk moves reasonably well as she dribbles from side to side. Remember that Jessica, the Class 1 player, had to keep checking her balance with her free hand when dribbling in this manner. Class 2 players are able to rotate their upper trunk over their lower trunk when passing the ball with one hand. They can lean their upper trunk forward when passing the ball with two hands. The lower trunk is not used to gain power, and there is a loss of stability at the waist level upon release of the ball. The Class 2 player has fair stability when catching in an upright position. Notice that Stephanie's back is hardly pressed into the chair. Stephanie does have some balance problems when she attempts to catch a ball with two hands if it is thrown off to the side. She is able to rotate her trunk to catch an over-the-shoulder pass using some support from the back of the wheelchair. The Class 2 player has the muscle power to resist the weight of the ball as it is lifted upwards for shooting. You can see here that Frédéric Guizot of France is not leaning back into his backrest as he shoots. He can rotate the upper trunk towards the direction of the shot if supported by the backrest. When performing a layup, Class 2 players can lean forward in the direction of the basket. However, there is a mild to moderate loss of stability in the lower trunk during arm extension and follow-through. Two-handed over-the-head rebounds can be executed by the Class 2 player, but these are often accompanied by a moderate loss of trunk stability. Two-handed rebounds to the side of the chair are rarely attempted and are accompanied by significant loss of trunk stability. Class 2 players cannot preserve balance when forceful wheelchair contact is made, especially when in the act of shooting or rebounding.